Alright, let's do the next network. So for the next network, router 0 wants to put in a static route to reach all of these 4 networks off of the R2 router. So router 0 needs to basically put in a static route to reach these 4 networks right here. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that. Now, router 0 can put, instead of 4 routes into its routing table, it can put in one summary route which will reach all 4 of these networks, as long as they're contiguous networks and have a continual address space. So here are the networks. The networks are 172.20.0.0/22, and then there's the 32/22, the 64/22, and the 96/22. And okay, so what will be the summary route for that R0 will put in its routing table to reach those 4 networks? Well, I've written the first one out in binary here. That's 172.20.0.0. And now I'm just going to copy and paste that. Copy and paste, paste, paste. Alright, so they all have 172.20s. And then here comes the changes. So 32, there's the 32, and there's the 64, and then here is 96. So now we have these 4 networks written in binary here. And so we want to find out what will be the summary route. Well, the summary route in this case will be 172.20, and then .0.0. Okay, and then the question is, what will be the subnet mask? That's always the big question when you're looking for a summary route. Okay, so what is this going to be here? So we look for, once again, the last common bit that we have. We've got all 4 of these network addresses have 10101100. They all have the same, right? You can look in columns here. They all have the same. They all have this in common, right? And then the last bit that they have in common is this 0 right here. And so the summary route would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bits, 16 bits, 17 bits. So it would be a /17. And the summary route would be 172.20.0.0/17. And router 0 here, this router, to reach these 4 networks down here at R2 would have to put this in its configuration. So once again, it would be R0, R0, and it would need to be in global config mode, and it would put a route like this, IP route 172.20.0.0, and then it would put in the subnet mask, which in this case, a /17 would be 255.255.128.0. And that would be the subnet mask, and then out of the exit interface that it would exit out of, which in this case is serial 001. So it would be S0/0/1. And that would be the configuration line that you would put into the R0. This would be your second summary route, which would reach these bottom 4 networks. The last summary route that R0 would need so that it could reach these 4 networks over here, the network attached here, 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 and here, to router 3 here. One route from R0, one static route, could reach these 4 networks, as long as these 4 networks were contiguous and a continual address space. And it just so happens they are, because we subnetted the 172.24.0.0 address space 0/16 to get 4 subnets of 5,000 hosts each. And to do that, we subnetted them into 172.24.0/0/19 and 32.0 and 64.0 and 96.0, all /19, which gave us 8,192 hosts per network. And then the configuration that you would put in the router would be IP route 172.24.0.0, and then it would actually take the same subnet mask as our last example, because the last common bit is right here. Okay, and that's 17 bits from the left to the right over 8 bits, and then 1 bit, the last common bit. So 17 bits in subnet mask equals 255.255.128. And this would change to, let's see here, the serial address would change to serial 10, right? And of course we have the 172.24, and that's different. And then here it is. So that's the last summary route that we would need, and this summary route would allow us to reach these 4 networks right here. Okay, and so now all router 0 would need is a default route going this way, 3 summary routes going this way to reach these 12 networks down here, and then the networks in between the routers, and then these 2 networks here are all connected routes, so they automatically show up in the routing table as long as the interfaces have been configured and they're up. The interfaces are up, then you'd have these connected routes already within the table.